All right, today I'm going to be discussing Gravity Falls Season 1, Episode 8. This one was pretty cool, kind of a play on, I'm forgetting the Nicolas Cage movie, National Treasure. Play on National Treasure, obviously. The episode starts out, Dipper, Mabel, and Grunkle Stan are at this like kind of town festival, and Pacifica Northwest is there, making a recurring appearance again. She last appeared in the dancing episode, which I believe was the last one. So back-to-back episodes for her, and you really just get to like see. I don't know. You just really don't like her character after this one. At least I didn't. I was not a fan. I thought, not much redeemable about her. But anyways, the town is celebrating her ancestor, and the Northwest family is like the founders of Gravity Falls apparently, and they make fun of Mabel for being too silly, so she gets really down in the dumps. And Dipper, being the good brother that he is, he wants to cheer her up, so he says he remembers something in his little book about the Northwest family being frauds. So they go on this wild goose chase. Or not goose chase, but I guess hunt for the truth about the real founder of Gravity Falls. It takes them on this pretty great adventure. However, the cops of Gravity Falls, the two main cops, they catch on to this and they're told to tail them because they might discover, discover too much. So basically, they go through all these different places, and the way they keep moving on in the adventure and the journey and discovering more clues is through Mabel's silliness. So it kind of shows that being silly isn't always horrible. I mean, thinking outside the box, being different, that's usually a good thing, at least for some people in history. A lot of creators and famous people are or were mocked as children for being different. So I think I really like that about this episode. But anyways, Mabel finds all the clues to the puzzle in different ways at different locations, and it brings them to the discovery that Quentin Tremblay is the actual founder of Gravity Falls. So the Northwest family were liars, and Quentin Tremblay is actually frozen. Yeah, he's frozen in peanut brittle. He apparently encased himself in a block of peanut brittle, and Dipper talks about how he heard that was a viable way to preserve oneself, which I'm not. I'm no scientist, so I'm not gonna sit here and be an expert. I'm just saying I find that a little bit hard to believe. But anyways, we roll with it. Um, Anyways, they get him out of the peanut brittle. Doesn't know where he's at. Dude is kind of a wacko, but he fits in with Mabel. They're both silly. They're both out of the box. Tremblay, maybe a little bit more out of the box, but to each their own. So, anyways, they get him out, and the cops catch up with them. So they lock them up and tell them, they're going to be like shipped off to like a government black site or something, I think. So it's pretty crazy. Dipper and Mabel have seemingly gotten themselves a little bit too deep into this mess. And so they get locked up and they're trying to get out and think of a creative way. But, Dipper can't think of anything. So it's up to Mabel and Quentin Tremblay and their silly thinking to get them free. So, they end up doing that. I can't remember how exactly because I did watch this episode earlier today. But I believe that they get out by having birds peck through the wood that they're encased in. Um, and really quick, I just want to say, like, Quentin Tremblay's, like, banter is so funny. I mean, the fish out of water thing, in my opinion, never gets old, and I think it's very hilarious. So I always love, when people can like make jokes with that or just kind of play with that a little bit. I think it's always a fun time. But yeah, they get out basically, and then they're going back to the festival with Quentin Tremblay to prove to everybody that he's real and the Northwest are liars. But the cops try to stop them on the way. There's like this big train part where they're being chased, and it's pretty cool. Honestly, it's really good. They get back to the festival. They see their Grunkle Stan is, in a pretty much a guillotine, and they have like tomatoes being thrown at him. Pacifica has that, and they are gonna reveal the truth, but then Mabel changes her mind because that she wants to be the better person, and she realizes being silly is not a curse or a bad thing, and she doesn't need Pacifica to be humiliated to prove that, which is very it's very nice, very humble. Even Dipper says it. He's like, "Wow, that's really big of you," but I'm not that big of a person. So he tells her anyways as she's driving off in her fancy limo. She cranks that window down. He's like, "Hey, Pacifica, your family's a fraud," and he like gives her the newspaper that they found on their journey, and she rides off into the sunset crying. So Dipper wanted that smoke for sure. He's not better than Mabel in that sense. So that's pretty much the episode. It's nothing too, nothing too crazy, nothing too game changing. But some of these videos, as you guys can tell, I try to go more in depth and be like, get kind of deep with some of the stuff they're trying to say. In other videos, it's a Gravity Falls episode. It's nothing more, in my opinion. But that's the good thing about a YouTube channel. It's opinion based. This is all an opinion. Nothing I'm stating is like, fact, obviously, other than maybe what happens in the episode. But yeah, I really like this episode. I thought it was fun. Little, National Treasure vibes, like I said. I like the jokes with the fish out of water type thing. I just love those situations. And I really like the world building the show keeps doing. It brings back characters like the cops, Pacifica Northwest. Some of the town folk were here that were in the lake episode, or the wax figure episode. Like, it's pretty cool to see. And something that I kind of was thinking about that I was confused on, honestly, is like the government knows and puts the cops on Dipper and Mabel so they don't discover the truth. So it's like, I'm wondering how much this town knows, and they're maybe not letting it on that they know it, or maybe they're in denial. I don't know, but yeah, it does make me wonder how much the town, I guess, is aware of the stuff in Dipper's book and all the crazy stuff that happens within the town, and how much is just like, maybe they know case by case. Like, they know about Victor Tremblay and certain other things, but they don't know everything exists, like gnomes and lake monsters and stuff. So yeah, it makes for some fun mystery slash future story opportunities they can kind of address. So I'm looking forward to the future of the show. I feel like things are getting I feel like there's a groove definitely getting down here, and I'm excited to see where they take it and take these characters. I didn't really find anything too meaningful to compare to life, or at least my life, from this one, as opposed to like the Dipper being a man one, or the copy one. I just thought this was pretty cool. I guess the one thing I would say is like, Mabel realizing that being silly and being yourself is not a curse or a bad thing. I think it's always good to be yourself and to know like, hey, there's nothing wrong with me just because I like this thing or I want to do this thing. Obviously, there's a line to that, like everything. Like, some people, I feel like they hear that, they're like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me liking whatever I want. Well, I'm going to like, murder or making fun of people online to the point where they get, down in the dumps. Like, no, dude, there's lines to everything. I'm saying, like, you do you. If you're not hurting anybody or yourself, then keep doing what you're doing. Don't let people get you down. I've noticed in life at this point, a lot of people try to bring you down, especially if they're not happy themselves. It kind of, it takes nothing to just keep your mouth shut if you don't like something. To a certain point, obviously, give your opinion. Do what you want. It is, after all, the internet. Do what you want. I'm just saying, if people are having fun, harmless, innocent, like, just let them have fun. Who cares? It's not, I don't think it should be a big problem. But yeah, I think it was a pretty good message, pretty cool message, especially for a kids show, because there are kids that watch this and undoubtedly pick up on stuff like that, because it is kind of, I don't want to say in your face, but it is pretty obvious what they're trying to say. It's like, be yourself, love yourself. So I really like that aspect of it. I think this show has done a really good job so far of kind of putting little messages in there like that without it being preachy, or, because stuff that, okay, here's the thing. My opinion on that type of stuff in media is there's a time and a place, and there's certain media to do certain things in. I don't always want to be preached to, and the times I do, I don't want it to be so blatant. I want it to be a little bit more, what's the word? Subtle, I guess, low key. So I really like the stuff this show has to say. Maybe the creators didn't intend it to be that deep and to mean that much. Maybe they did. I don't know. But the good thing about TV shows and movies and stuff is, like, you take from it what you want. Like, if this helps you be a better person, then hey, Gravity Falls helps you be a better person, or it helps you have some self-confidence. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think there is something wrong with people making fun of others for, trying to better themselves or be happy with a property like this that they like. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk. But yeah, this episode, really good. Recommend it. Haven't really come across an episode I don't like, other than maybe, I don't know. I like the message of the manly one, but the actual, episode, like the content of like that happened and all that other stuff, I guess I could have done, not without, but like maybe hope it could have been done differently. I don't know, but yeah, I'm trying to get back on track with my videos. Sorry, it's been a long hiatus, like I said before, but hoping to get back on track. Look forward to more Gravity Falls videos. Let me know what you think in the comments. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right. Why? That sort of thing, so we can kind of maybe talk about it. Because nobody else in my life really watches this. It probably doesn't help that I'm 24, but hey, no one needs to know. Either way, I'd love to talk about it, have some conversations. I love this show, so yeah, thanks for watching.